nieces and nephews, your favorite Unk is back. Today we're gonna be looking at Wi-Fi searching for a world that doesn't exist. A lot of y'all wanted me to look at this for the longest, so we're gonna be looking at it today. I know he dropped a newer one a couple days ago, so we're gonna get to that one. I've heard this is a Minecraft ARG. I still don't know what the frick that is, but I guess we're gonna figure it out, I guess.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. This is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not write. 2 weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that supposedly he never built. Inside the mine is a chest that Avery did not place.
So he just spawned into the world and just a random, you go down to the freaking cave and a random chest pop up with all these items, man, with all this loot. That's suspicious, that's weird.
And inside the chest is a book that Avery did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled, it's listening. You can't outsmart it, it's listening to me.
Did he?
It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left.
Then not only that, you can't tell me not to do something that's gonna really make me want to do it. Especially if it's at the crossroad, don't turn left, don't turn left. You could tell how urgent it is. He even spelled turn right the first and the last time, bro. So whatever it is, it sounds like something that I need to check out or that I want to check out.
At the crossroads, don't
That's
turn
not even
left.
a warning, that's a
At the
challenge.
Crossroads, don't turn left.
Yeah.
Over and over, followed by a sequence of numbers. And that's it. It seems impossible that a whole mine just appears in your world without your knowledge, but Avery explains in the description of the video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So in that case,
Crazy happened to just stumble upon it. I mean, at that point, before I seen the note, that probably made me want to like restart the world and make a whole completely new one, bro. Cause that'd be kind of a little weird. Like I'm jumping into it and I'm getting this and I see all this.
what is this book? The contents are strange and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling, but the numbers at the end are clearly some sort of code, so maybe we can solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so it isn't coordinates. And in fact, there's not a single cipher that comes up as a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher it. So is that it? A strange one-off YouTube video and a dead end?
Now they gotta have some type of
Quite, because for 2 frames at the very end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this time there is a code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link that when you enter takes you to a folder, and this is where the true mystery begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist.
It's actually cool.
Opening the video named Footage
fire.
1, we can see a player in the exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall,
This must
but
be
when he
before
does, he finds this.
He's saying. Whoa!
Nothing weird, it's just a cave, and Avery walks in to begin exploring until he stops and sees this. It's hard to make out, but as he walks closer, we can see what it is. Moss and grass. This is immediately a red flag because this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either, and when he runs back to grab his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again, not natural, but not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave does he see it. A tree. Avery approaches the clump of greenery, and there it is. A tree unlike any other oak tree in the entire game. Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks.
Yeah, you seeing this is probably something that, you know, you might not want to go down, because this, like I said, these don't be spawning in the motherfucking caves unless, only time this would be down here unless somebody put it down here. Somebody been here before.
And we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word.
In this hole.
And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree. And he does, with no problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground.
Facts.
And it's not the only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave, he passes larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more shrubs and even more trees, and even more moss. He pauses to talk at one point, but instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird, we've only seen stone. And I guess he's right, the walls of this cave don't have any diorite, granite, andesite, or ores, but come on, there's a bigger elephant in the room here. At some point though, Avery's wish gets granted, and the cave turns into terracotta, tuff, and deep slate. The greenery gets larger and larger, with the trees growing bigger and bigger, until finally, Avery reaches the end.
Going to a whole nother dimension. Ooh, that's fire. That's fire. God dang. Yeah, somebody definitely been around these parts. Either that, he done stepped into a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? What the frick?
Avery stops for several long seconds, just taking everything in. The room is a giant cave of green, with strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase.
It's too beautiful not to go.
The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange trees we saw earlier. Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom. He looks around in awe as he explores the chamber, and from closer up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery,
like, there's no type, like I said, there's no type of iron, no coal, or as I like to call it, J. Cole. There's no motherfucking gold. Even with the vegetation, there's not no mobs, no nothing, bro. Sheep, not even no chicken.
Searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build, and we can see that these gates are made of trees stacked on trees stacked on trees, made of spruce, mud, and oak. But the question here is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain obviously doesn't generate naturally, so who made it, and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that question, it's through this tunnel, because finally Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel at the center of the room.
Yeah, they look bad.
Avery walks through.
It was super ominous. You go in there, next thing you know, on the other side, something just charge at you and kill you.
The mud brick tunnel, turning to glance behind him every few steps. But of course, nothing is there. The world is set to single player. At least, it seems that way. Until this happens. Something is wrong. It's almost impossible to notice, but at the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches have suddenly been wiped out. Avery stares for a few seconds and continues walking.
Shit.
Another pair of torches is gone. I'm not scared of torches turning off.
You better be. That's the least thing you should be worried about. That's a sign. Something coming for that butt.
Another.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of practical joke this is, but I already heard you in the...
Oh, shit. Run! Someone gonna come out from there? Yeah, he's
I'm not
scared,
scared of a game.
huh? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. Go ahead, turn around for me, buddy. Man, what? You better jump in there, man. You almost got whispering in your ear like that. Them cave monsters about to
I don't
get
know
you.
why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared. But I felt
Felt what?
compelled. I've never felt like that in my life. What is going on here? Things just went from
What?
strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds. This doesn't just happen on a normal world, but Avery did say he found this world on a computer he got from a storage locker. So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's just some strange adventure.
If that's the case, he got a lot of time on his hands. To build all this, a lot of time.
Horror map. Case closed. Except it's not, because the video files aren't the only thing in this Google Drive folder. If you remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this. My exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure. This seems okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed. Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, it's a pretty small difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name is now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous videos, but now he's both hidden his name and changed his skin, almost like he's hiding from something. But there's still a lot more of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching as Avery runs
even noticed
from
that too.
whatever it is that's hiding in this world.
Finally got some
Avery
lapis,
says
though.
he has to keep moving, even if he doesn't exactly know why, and the only way to go is down. Avery takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation, he burrows himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower, with no end in sight.
Get you some air though, Avery. Come on now.
Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just enough space at the top to get a bit of air. When Avery descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls. Avery scans around. There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels upon tunnels as far as the eye can see.
So how you supposed to know where to go?
Then he hears it. The same sound as when the whispers played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again.
Please.
Quieter, but still there, as if they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out. But now what? He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel and hope it's correct. He scans the walls again. No obvious sign of which
You gotta
one
take
to
a good,
pick.
a
So
good freaking
finally,
gamble.
He rolls the dice.
I'm like 50,000 holes.
The tunnel leads to another junction, and again, after a slight hesitation,
Definitely got
Avery
lost.
goes left. The tunnel continues,
Definitely would have got
getting
lost. for
narrower
sure.
and narrower
And narrower.
and narrower,
Uh-huh.
until
To
finally,
lead where though? he back at the same.
He finds himself in the oasis. Avery looks around the room, strangely, almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but
This
trees
looks so
as
cool.
far as the eye can see. For a moment,
Super cool.
he pauses
Nice.
before something snaps, and he crafts a boat to get to the center of the lake. Without hesitation, he dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure, plugging it even further. If this thing comes through here again, it has to break that, but I need to explore. He sails back to the edge of the lake. What it can't avoid doing is loading the chunk. Avery chops a few
What happened
trees
to not
and
being
crafts
scared,
a
though?
hopper with the spare iron in his inventory. His plan is simple. Set a
Yeah,
trap
so much for
for the
that.
thing following him. But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him? Sure, those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard those
This
noises
whispering.
before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this? I already heard you in the cave. Well, it took me a second to figure out what exactly he meant, but then I heard this. It's almost impossible to make out, but on a few separate instances, while Avery was walking in that original cave, he would randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused, for just a brief moment, you could hear footsteps on the stone behind him,
Man.
stopping just a fraction of a second too
Nah,
late to be
leave
quiet.
me off,
But okay,
bruh.
if something is somehow really following Avery in a single-player world, how can he stop it, or at least get it to reveal itself? Well, that's exactly
Yeah, we're gonna figure out what the frick. If I'm in a random Minecraft where I don't know what this is trying to kill me, hey, I'm gonna try to figure out a way to beat it, bro. How I'm gonna do it, no idea. But we gonna get to the bottom of it, literally.
what he's doing right now. Like he said, he needs time to look around and explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away and unloads the chunk, the only way for the hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was gone. And then, whatever was following him would be exposed. The trap is set.
Yeah, I wanna see this.
Now it's time to explore.
Dun, 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 dun. Creepy music. Mad unsettling. The heck?
Avery walks through the trees, avoiding the lake so as to not load the chunk. Every inch of this place looks exactly the same. The same gray floor, the same strange trees.
Being
Everywhere
stuck in
he
here
looks,
drive me
there's
crazy
nothing.
though after a while.
Until, just in the corner of the screen, there's a sign. But it's hard to spot, and Avery doesn't seem to see it, and he keeps walking.
They try and blend it
Then he
in.
pauses. Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen so far.
Third.
What? Where? Third sign? I've only seen this one. But it turns out he's right. Going back and re-watching the footage, just barely hidden in the corners of the screen
that. I
are
only
two
see
other
one.
signs Avery crossed earlier in the recording, though he gave no indication at the time that he noticed them. Avery goes back to all three signs. All of them are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be satisfied, and he explains why. These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones point in the same direction.
Disney
And
World.
he's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with the location and rotation of the signs, you get this. So he's right, all of them point a certain way, and if you trace out their intersection, it hits one specific point. He also pulls off this brilliant move, which you rarely
Holy
see
big
from
brain.
these protagonists, by turning the difficulty to peaceful because he ran out of food. Absolutely genius. But with that said, he returns to the lake to check on his contraption. and nothing showed up. Items are still flowing out of the hopper, which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery tells us exactly this. Nothing came through. Not to mention, the blocks are still in the same position Avery placed them to plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was following him, Avery sails back, presumably to find the intersection points of the signs. But before he does
Don't
that,
let your guard
he
down,
opens up chat and says this. Something is here. What? How? Why is Avery saying that? Why isn't he sending it in chat? What did he see? I don't know if it can hear me. But I'm not taking any chances. The grass block.
Valid.
When Avery left the chunk, he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set two. Without mentioning anything to us, he placed a grass block next to a block of dirt. In Minecraft, grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other than Avery loaded this chunk. I'm not scared, but my gut says to keep moving.
Stop saying you're scared, bro. Stop saying that. You're definitely scared. Yeah, you might have to get up out of there too.
Maybe I am scared.
Thank you. Yes, you are. Yes. You wouldn't be doing this if you weren't scared, buddy.
The other sign was pointed head on.
I failed you so many times. I committed so many crimes.
Where you about to go though?
And I was pretty sure of myself. You gave me reasons to be somebody else. Baby, I'm
You got this, man. You got this, Mr. Mayo Trip.
I thought that I could run away.
Avery walks through a tunnel which quickly turns into a maze.
More to say,
And slowly but surely,
was free
dead end after dead end,
Until
Avery navigates through it.
to be somebody else. It's alright.
yeah, this song is it.
Here I am. I was lost. Now I'm found.
Yeah, perfect for this maze though.
It's alright. Baby, here I am. It's alright. 'Cause baby, I'm
Avery is clearly smart. Smart enough to set a trap, and smart enough to set a backup. But whatever this thing is that's following him, it's smart too. Smart enough to block up the tunnel it entered from. Smart enough to refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence. This world seems to be guiding Avery somewhere. The whispers in this tunnel coercing him to enter the cave. The signs pointing to the secret entrance under the tree. Whatever this world is, it's leading Avery. But to what? We don't know. All we do know is that he isn't alone. And finally, Avery exits the maze into another giant room with what looks like a cipher above a door, with 3 levers right in front of it. Avery stares up at it, says he'll need a pen and paper, and blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage ends with him staring up at the code, deep in thought.
Okay, let's get through that.
From what I can see, the code atop the doorway looks something like this. It doesn't immediately remind me of anything, and plugging it into a cipher decoder gives me no ideas either. Running each of the candidate ciphers just gives gibberish every single time. Whatever this code is, there's unfortunately no way that I or Avery can solve it. The second half of the footage picks up with 17 minutes of just staring at the wall, and then
He trying to figure that out.
He gets it. Okay,
Ow.
I guess it was solvable. Avery says it's a good poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a technique where two ciphers are layered one on top of the other to make a
Now
code
break it
almost
down.
undecipherable.
Share with the class. What the frick? If you figured it out, let me figure it out. I don't know what it is. Tell me.
How Avery actually solved it with a pen and paper is beyond me, but the puzzle isn't over yet. There's still this gate,
Gatekeeping,
which Avery suspects is some sort of combination lock. But instead of a pen and paper, his solution this time is a bit more, how do I put this? Efficient.
What we doing? Unfortunate for you.
And with that, wait. Who's Durlord 3? For the first time in this footage, Avery's sensor bar lingers for just a second too short, and we get a glimpse of the name. This isn't Avery's name. This isn't
Obviously,
Avery's
yeah,
skin. Maybe the reason that we got two different stories about where this world came from is because the player we've been watching this entire time isn't Avery at all. But if that's the case, then who is this? The world at the beginning is clearly the same one that Avery was playing on. So what's going on here? If it is Avery on an alt account, why the conflicting stories in the description and the document? And if it's not Avery, then who is this other person and why are they claiming that this is their world they found? I genuinely just don't know, but the only way to find out is to keep watching as Durlord walks through the tunnel after the puzzle and finds himself
So what happened to Avery?
in the village.
That's not Avery. Creepy, but cool though. Heck of abandoned though. Yeah, somebody had to live here. Can't have these empty houses for no reason. Some type of civilization. What is that statue? This would freak me out if I fell and seen something like this, bro. Thing could be hiding in any one of these houses. I get got. I'm done. Oh, we get no loot, no nothing. I swore he just looked in that barrel. Such a weird place, man. That's what to cut to the freaking statue. Must be something in the statue. You keep going back to that. Something in that bit. I'm gonna dig deeper. Gotta go down
It's
further.
empty. This village is strange. It's clearly abandoned, if the cobwebs and literal holes in the roof didn't make that obvious, and all the chests and containers have nothing inside of them. There's also an interesting amount of yellow in the carpets, beds, and flooring, but wherever Durlord looks, he can't find anything of interest, no lead on where to go or what to do from here. The fountain and statue in the town center is by far the most eye-catching decoration here, but like we can see, it too is empty. There's no path to take from there. So, is this the final area then? The final answer to what's been going on with this world and what's been following him? I'm not sure, and clearly Durlord isn't either, since he keeps looking around for anything out of the ordinary, anything that might give him a clue of where to look next.
Until this would be a nice wallpaper though, PC wallpaper. Where the water stop? Oh wait, did it show that early in the recording? Like a chapel. Yeah, we gotta explore that. Yeah, we done messed around and missed something. Let's see what's in here, man. Yeah, so nothing in that motherfucking village. Well, why is that so far off from everything else though? The hill. That's a very specific spot to be in. Okay. How you know to go there though? Well. Seems there's more to this place. Go ahead, go down there, brother. Lucky. What do we have here? What do we have here, actually? Somebody be down here doing some type of spells, man, some witchcraft. Got a skeleton head, candles. Bro trying to conjure up something.
I hate it here. These idiots are insufferable. They think that devotion will save them. Rest assured, it will not. Not that it will do them any good to believe that anyway. The ones who realized it pretend they didn't. But it doesn't help that there are some of them who truly believe they'll be saved. The king is coming, Maya. If anything, I wager that their king is already here. It's watching me write this. I don't particularly care. I just want this to be done with. The sooner I can leave, the better.
These we killed off.
He's arrived. I don't know why anyone is surprised to find that out. This is exactly what they were hoping for.
Dang, so
I'm
he
going.
killed.
I'm leaving this here in the rare case someone finds it. If you have found this, I implore you, turn back, disconnect, forget about this world. It's not for you. If you've come here, you must be curious. I know you must want to continue onwards. So I know that this is a heavy ask, but please, do not go any further. For your own good,
We in too deep.
do not.
We in too deep, bro. We gotta figure this whole thing out. I wonder if he had anything to do with the villagers, though. Oh. Yeah, go there. What the frick? What? Yep, go through there, bro. Yeah. Oh, shit. You must hear something. Yep. Walk to the darkness, bro. I was waiting for it. Am I tripping to feel like I heard something earlier? The movements sound weird too. It don't sound like. For a second, I thought it was a skeleton moving. Go ahead, take that left. Don't go left. Go left. Yes. Go left. Don't. Nope. There you go to freaking voices. Yep. Walk to the whisper. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, nah, that. What the? Why's it pitch black? Why does low key kind of look like that run game off of Cool Math? Oh, this dead look like that. It look just like that, young boy. Young boy's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna figure this out even if it kills us. Ooh, so if he fall in the heat, he cooked. Gonna slip straight into the freaking void. Yeah, that look just like run. Well, at least he ain't fall through. What is that though? That water. Frick it. I just randomly in a pit of darkness. Frick it. Now this look nice though. The hell? What is it blocking? I want to see. Move the bar. Or is it that thing that was chasing him? What is it? Oh, it must have been something crazy. I want to know what it is. He ran an EDP or something? Oh.
There's no escaping.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled. It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. 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 And the footage ends. Right there. Durlord was the person who wrote the book in Avery's world. How? It shouldn't even be possible that the tunnel led him back to that mine. Durlord found this world on his computer, and Avery found Durlord's old laptop in the storage locker and has been playing on it ever since. But what is this world? What was following Durlord in this footage? And most importantly,
What was
behind those gates? I didn't put that sensor bar there. That was in the original footage. Whatever is behind that black square was enough to drive probably the smartest protagonist I've ever seen into running for his life. Something that a whole village of people was trying to summon. Something that this entire world has been hiding. A king? What does that even mean? I don't know what to tell you, but
Witchcraft,
I
they
can tell you
tryna-
one thing. The code at the end of the book, now with this footage, we can solve it. Each number corresponds to one slot in Durlord's inventory. 1 here and 36 here. Take the first letter of each item, or whatever number is indicated after the dash. From that, we can get this. Run Avery. It's here. Durlord was giving one last warning, hoping that whatever was following him wouldn't see. But how? How would he possibly know that Avery would find this world? There's no way for him to know who Avery even is.
Yeah.
Whatever he saw behind those doors, whatever he knows about this world now, we may never understand. But one thing is certain.
Yeah, that is like for the be decoded as Run Avery is here. How would he know that, bro? If some random person end up getting a laptop or computer, how could he possibly know that was gonna be freaking Avery? Unless he has some sort of ties to it.
Whatever was coming for him is coming for Avery next. This isn't over.
Yeah, we definitely gotta watch the next one. Yeah, we definitely gotta watch the next one. We gotta figure this out. All right, that's it. Searching for a world that doesn't exist. This was good. This was freaking good. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it was just the silence made it maybe a little uncomfortable, cause like the tenseness of I just made the word. That's a new word today. The freaking tenseness of like, okay, boom, silence. Something must about to pop up. Seeing the house with all the skull and candles. What it seemed like it is Dark Lord, whatever, or outside Dark Lord. It's like something that the people, the village tried to like, I don't know, summon or something, or whoever was like the person was good with like sorcery, alchemy, stuff like that, was trying to summon, maybe was trying to summon something. It went left, and it was a huge monster or something so scary to where it ran everybody off, and end up taking them out their hole, because they had a nice little spot underground, a nice little civilization. The houses look nice. I could tell, but they end up abandoning that. So it gotta been something that's terrorizing the motherfreaking world. But hopefully we can find out in the next one. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I'm gonna see you in the next one.